Roses is the best.
My name is Mark Littlepage. I'm the skipper of the City of Roses Sea Scout ship. I've been with the program since '95. I joined when I was 15. It allowed me to go into the military. I'm a reservist in the Coast Guard as an E3, so I advanced 2 pay grades automatically at boot camp. I have roughly 8 active crew with me, and I'll go ahead and introduce them to you one at a time.
Hi, I'm Ollie Kuntz. I've been a Sea Scout for 4 years, and I'm currently at home from college, coming back to spend my summer here because it's so much fun.
My name is Tyler, and I've been with the City of Roses for 5 years now, and I've always been in love with boats. I've always been interested in learning more about boats, and I wanted to learn how to sail.
Hello, my name is Jason Nelson. I've been in Sea Scouts for about a month, and what brought me here was my mom brought me down, and we've been around boats for our whole life.
Hello, my name is Bradford Benson. I've been in Scouts longer than most of these guys, but 2 years seems long enough. And I joined Scouts initially to sail, but, Sea Scouts is a little bit more, and it seems to me like it's a lot more fun than just sailing.
I'm Ian. I'm coming up on about 4 years now. I joined here mostly for the sailing, and that's still probably the best part about it.
There are several ships here that accept girls, one of them being the Voyager. We unfortunately are an all-male crew, but we welcome any girls down here.
Hi, my name is Mark Mellon. I've been with the program since about 1981. I took my knowledge that I gained, went off with the Coast Guard, did that for a while, and always have been compelled to come back from time to time. And now that I'm back here permanently, this is where I feel mostly where I need to be. I can share my experiences with these young men.
My name is Taylor Casper. I'm a junior officer here at the City of Roses for the Portland Sea Scouts. The Sea Scouts has been, I think, really kind of life-changing for me. It was something I always had to look forward to. When things weren't always going well at home, I knew that every Tuesdays and Saturdays I'd always be able to come to Sea Scouts and do something really, really kind of amazing.
My name is J.J. Miller. I've been with the Sea Scout program for 5 years now. I joined when I was 14, and I'm coming up here at 19 years of age. I made quartermaster after 4 years in my junior year in high school. I've been able to use the Sea Scout program to do certain activities such as sailing outside of the program. I recently competed in Oregon Offshore where we took first in class and first overall. And I'm part of regular series on the river here. So I've used my experience in Sea Scouts navigating, learning how to pilot the boat, and applied that offshore and on small boat series here on the river.
So my name is Tyler. I'm with the City of Roses Sea Scout ship 601, and this is our sailboat. There's 2 types of riggings on this. There is standing rigging, which is this stuff right here. Anything that doesn't move really, that holds stuff in place, and also it's standing. Like a person stands straight up, the standing rigging stands straight up. So that'd be shrouds and stays are the only type of real standing rigging besides the mast. Running rigging is anything that is going through. So like up here, right here would be something called a down guy. Right through there we'd put a down guy, and there's a spinnaker that comes out here, and that we have to adjust, and it controls you have to keep the boom for the spinnaker parallel with the water. And then same with the jib. The jib is up here, connected to the headstay, goes all around throughout the shrouds, back down there, onto a winch, and you sail it from there. Same with the main. There's a main sheet, and sheets is what controls the play of the sails. Your topping lift is what controls the boom up and down, and then the outhaul is what controls the clew of the sail and how tight it is. Aftermast on a ketch is forward of the rudder post, and on a yawl, it's stern of the rudder post. So this is a ketch. So if this was a yawl, that aftermast would be located after that rudder post.
So right now the Cascade 29 is getting underway. There's no engine aboard that boat, so the only way to get underway is obviously under oar or under sail power. So on a light wind day, we rig oars, and that will help us get out of the base. So it's a pretty light wind day, so right now they've got the sails up, seeing if they're able to catch any wind to get underway here out of the base. But as you can see, they're primarily going to use the oars to get out of here so they can turn downwind and then catch the wind. Coming out of the base here, it's real important to stay high so we don't have any collisions in the base. So right now they've got the main and mizzen sail up. They're working to get the sail ties off the jib so they can raise the jib. The more head sail they have up, the easier it'll be to drive the boat, and the more forward momentum they will get under sail power. As you can see, they're not using any oars right now. A horn signal is required every time we leave a mooring, just so we let any boats that are in the area know that we're coming out of here. We don't want any collisions, especially coming out of the base. Real shallow around here, so it's a federal law under the rules of the road that you must signal that you are coming out of a moorage. Right now what you see is the foredeck preparing for a jibe. We're going to move the sail from one side of the boat to the other here. That means the wind is going to be crossing their stern. You see right there, you see the sail moved from the starboard side to the port side, and the foredeck was in charge of dealing with that movement right there. And then likewise you see all the other sails in the boat moving to the opposite side with the jibe as the wind then crosses our stern. So trimming the sail right now is what they're doing. They're pulling the sail in, adjusting it to make sure it flies perfectly like it is right now. Another thing with these Cascade 29s is that when we asked Cascade to make them for the Sea Scouts, they were made with a completely open design, right? When we got the boats and the officers were building them, it's a completely open design. Cascade doesn't generally have an open design like that. By open, I mean the cockpit is completely clear of any house or any sort of superstructure. And the reason we have it that way is it's a training vessel. The jib, the foredeck, the main, the mizzen all have their different spots on the boat, and each station on the boat is another task. And so in a cruising sailboat or some of the other racing ones, you'll see everything led back into the cockpit. You'll have 8 or 9 people in the cockpit dealing with a bunch of lines right next to each other. In this sailboat, what you see is different stations. So you really get a feel for each different station and what each thing is doing to the boat. It's a lot easier to see the difference and see the effect that you're having on the boat by having these different stations like we have it set up on this boat. So right now they're getting ready to take the spinnaker down. So when they take the spinnaker down, they have to roll the jib out first. The jib is the forward sail there, the forward white one that you saw just go up. The reason that they take the jib out before they put the spinnaker down is because we don't want to go bareheaded, right? It's you want to have as much momentum in the boat at all times as possible, and so if you drop all your head sails, then you're not going to have any forward movement. So they raise the jib, and then they'll take the spinnaker down. And now it's time to trim the sails, adjust the sails to where they're supposed to be to make the wind move across them the most effective way. Also, you just have the wind coming over the starboard quarter right now, which is just putting all of its pressure on the main face of these sails, pushing the boat forward as well. You'll also notice the Sea Scout base just over the starboard beam on the sailboat here. A sailboat works very much like an airplane does with an airplane wing. An airplane wing is horizontal. The sailboat's mast is vertical. So an airplane's high pressure, low pressure system moves over the wing. It propels the airplane upwards. When the high pressure, low pressure system moves over the sails, it propels the boat forward.
Right now you are seeing our 44-foot motor lifeboat leaving its boathouse. You'll notice how we are carefully backing up. The Coast Guard 44-foot motor lifeboats were built in the 1960s for the Coast Guard for the purpose of search and rescue, and served until the 90s when they were decommissioned. We got ours in the mid-90s from Cape from Grays Harbor, and have been using it ever since. So right now you'll notice the crew putting up the boat's mast and antennas. Unfortunately, our boathouse is not tall enough to have them up while inside. On the Viking, we try to have 2 lookouts on each side. You'll see them there on the far left and far right. Their job is to alert the helmsman of any boats, debris, or any other navigation hazards. Also, while on the way, we have one person on the helm at all times, and we'll have one adult supervising them called the conning officer. Their job is just to oversee the whole operation and make sure the boat stays safe. We try to let the crew do as much as possible. So from time to time we like to break out our firefighting equipment just in case we come across another boat on fire. and because it's a lot of fun, because fire hoses are awesome. They better not.
So a good point to look at when examining these different boats that we have, the ex-Coast Guard Motor Life boat and the Cascade 29 sailboat, is all the maintenance that is required on these boats. We don't bring in outside help unless it's a big professional job. For example, just last year we replaced the PTO, the power takeoff pump on our boat here. That powers the water pump and the bilges if we need to. Some other work that we also do is on the sailboat. There's a lot of varnishing that needs to be done on the rollock blocks and the hatches. We'll take those off and sand them down and reapply varnish to them. We also take care of our sails. We can take those to the sailmaker, or if it's a small job, we can have a Sea Scout do it, because they all learn how to do sail making and different requirements, working their way up through the system. They're just little maintenances. Every Saturday we come in here, we're polishing brass and cleaning the boat up to make sure it's in tip-top shape, cleaning the bilges. Several years ago we actually overhauled one of the engines on this boat. I was not a part of that, however. They took it out for a whole winter and had it in someone's garage, and Sea Scouts overhauled the whole engine. So it's a really wide range of things that happen on these boats, and Sea Scouts, to the best of our ability, work to fix the problems that are on the boat, repair it, and learn how to do it. Go through the process. You know what? We spent 20 plus hours in the engine room working on the power takeoff system. We were not doing all of the work. However, we were looking over the guy's shoulder, learning what he was doing, to make ourselves more confident, so that if something else goes out, then we have the training and the skills to fix it ourselves.
Sea Scouts, be prepared.